Hi Francen, it's so nice to meet you. Thanks for joining the call today. I'm really excited to hear more about your experiences and your passion for cloud engineering. This is a relaxed interview, so feel free to take your time with your answers, okay? Let's begin. To start off, could you tell me a bit about yourself, your academic background, and what sparked your interest in cloud engineering as a student?
Absolutely. I'm currently a computer engineering student from PUP, and I've always been drawn to technology that powers scalability and innovation behind the scenes, which is what led me to cloud engineering. What really sparked my interest was when I attended a live webinar during my first year, hosted by engineers from Google Cloud. They demonstrated how cloud platforms were being used to support real world systems from healthcare, data analysis, to global logistics. And that session blew my mind. Since then, I've been involved in organizations like Google Dev in PUP and Amazon Web Services Cloud Club in PUP also, where I actively joined hands on labs, built small scale cloud based apps, and collaborated with upperclassmen who mentored me on architecture fundamentals. Academically, I've been practicing cloud since freshman year, both through online certifications and side projects. And the more I explore, the more I realize how central cloud is to innovation across industries.
That's a really inspiring journey, Francen. It's great to hear how involved you've been already. Now let's talk about what brought you to us. What made you interested in Genpact specifically? Was there something that drew you to this opportunity or made you feel like this was the right place to start building your cloud career?
What drew me to Genpack initially was a mix of its strong cloud driven culture and its inclusive values. What I mean is, when I read the internship listing, I noticed that Genpack emphasizes being an equal opportunity employer, and that really resonated with me. As someone who believes in diversity and fairness, I was impressed by how the company respects and empowers employees, regardless of age, gender, religion, or background. But beyond values, I'm also genuinely drawn to Genpac's transformation focused work, especially how you use cloud technologies to drive digital solutions across finance, healthcare, and customer experience. I believe this is the kind of environment where I could not only apply what I know but also be continuously challenged to grow.
Thank you for that, Francine. It's clear you've aligned both your values and your goals with the company, which is something we really appreciate. Now let's go a bit deeper into your technical experiences. Have you had any hands on experience working with AWS tools? Whether for a class, a tutorial, or a club activity? Which services did you find most interesting or challenging? Or how did you approach learning them?
Yes, I actually have. One time in our AWS Cloud Club, I helped lead a mini project for an event management app. We use EC2 to run the backend and S3 to store some files like banners and forms. And I also helped set up a database using RDS. And what challenged me the most was dealing with the access permissions, making sure people could access what they needed without overexposing anything. And from there, I spent time reading the AWS documentation and also asked help from seniors in the organization. And it was good learning moment for me and helped me more confident using AWS services.
Can you discuss your hands on experience with specific AWS services that are crucial for building and managing scalable AI ready cloud infrastructure?
So aside from EC2 and S3, I've also tried using AWS Lambda for a small project where I needed something to automatically press form responses. It was really cool to see how it worked without needing to manage a full server. I also tried using SageMaker with a group to deploy a basic machine learning model. It wasn't super complex, but it helped me understand how AI can be put into real cloud apps. And that made me more interested in learning how cloud and AI can work together simultaneously.
Cloud environments often present complex troubleshooting challenges, especially in distributed systems. Describe a time when you encountered a significant issue in a cloud infrastructure you were responsible for. What diagnostic tools and methods did you employ, and what steps did you take to resolve it?
Yes, actually, during one of our group projects in the club, our deployed app suddenly stopped working after we launched it. So I was part of the team handling the cloud setup. And after checking, we realized that our server was fine, but the load balancer wasn't set up properly. So I used CloudWatch to check logs and tried sending test requests using Postman. So after some trial and error and working closely with the rest of the team, we fixed the settings and the app ran normally again, thankfully. And what helped me most was that we stayed calm, talked through it, and didn't blame each other. And we just really focused on solving the problem together. And I believe that's what really matters when you are in a team.
That was such a solid walkthrough, Francen. You clearly have a passion for cloud engineering, and it really shows in the way you approach learning and collaboration. That wraps up all of my questions, actually. Do you have anything you'd like to ask me?
Yes, I'd love to ask, what does a typical day or week look like for a cloud intern here at Genpact? I'm really curious about what kind of tasks I'd be involved in and how I can contribute meaningfully to the team while learning at the same time.
You'll usually support engineers with tasks like setting up infrastructure, updating documentation, or assisting in small deployments. There's also time for learning. Many interns complete cloud labs or certifications alongside their tasks.
That's great to know. Thank you for answering. I think that would be all of my questions.
No problem. We'll be in touch through email regarding the next steps. Thank you again for sharing your time and experience with us, and best of luck as you continue growing your cloud journey.